Is live. Okay. I didn't even notice. I thought maybe it was gonna have like some kind of countdown or something, but I guess this particular one doesn't have a countdown. It's already up to 12. I thought maybe they gave some kind of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but maybe that's something else I was using. But anyway, this is I guess with 13 people that follow me, not many are gonna be looking at this right now. 13 people in the whole universe, in prisons and everywhere. They're probably looking at something. I'm sure if my last name was Kardashian, things would be different. But hey, it is what it is, right? We're live. We're 54 seconds into it. My last will and testament over here. This is part one. Part two, I'm gonna put it in a website that's gonna come after my death, after Jesus promotes me. But I just wanted to say this because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm just saying what's happening with me now. See what is happening with me now. Okay, so right now I can say that Stephen, I'm going to do just like in the same thing with Kevin. I'm going to leave both of you just like the song says. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Went like this. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Mm-mm-mm. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all that he left us was alone. That's all I'm going to leave you alone. You know, I mean, I sacrificed myself for you guys, or you guys made it up to adulthood. You never really got into any trouble. You learned from hearing about my mistakes with drugs and dealing drugs and all that, and all the time I did in jail. You learn that, and also you learn from going to church because I took you to church. Nobody else was doing that, just me. I had to get up from Lando Lakes, get in that car, go to Gibsonton, pick you guys up, and then take you to Ruskin. And I'm glad I did it too. I'm glad I did it too. You guys liked it. You guys was raised in the ways of the Lord. What better thing can I leave you? I hope I see both of you in heaven. I know right now the relationship is very strained. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. This might be the last video before both of you kill me, or one of you. I don't know, but I do tell you one thing. I hope that you will find forgiveness in God. And being a father, it's not easy, man. It's not. Whoever tells you being a father is easy, it's not, man. Especially when you got a wife like my ex. Ugh. Why should I even go there? No, I want to keep my blood pressure under 200. So I'm not even going to go there. But I don't trust her. I don't trust any of you guys, Stephen, Kevin. I don't. Kevin, I mean, you beat me up 2.5 years ago. And recently I forgave you because I thought I was going to die. And I was going to leave it like that. But now I see that you're talking junk again. I don't know why I didn't block you, but I blocked you now. So I'm not getting any kind of messages from you. And if I see you infiltrate either my YouTube or my Facebook, I'll just have to deal with you there. You know, I mean, I forgave you, and it should have been you should have been grateful from that. At least you had the opportunity. I didn't, because my father's no longer around. He's been gone since 2016. So whatever whatever it is, it is. Whatever the relationship was between me and dad is very strained. He accused me of robbing him when we lived in Bound Avenue in Flushing, Queens. And I mean, I got robbed too, you know? So I don't know what he was talking about. And I thought he robbed me, but now I realize that it was one of the uncles who spent the night over. But I always knew that I should never disrespect my father. I always knew that. I always knew that. Hey, I mean, I was doing drugs. He was running numbers. He was working and gone all day, and that's how he got his respect, from working, from paying the bills and everything. That's how he got his respect. I guess his respect and his proudest moment was with being on TV and doing food on TV. And I get that. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't ask him for all his recipes. He was a great man. You know, he was the kind of man that you play dominoes with him, and he knew what you had in the hand before the game was over. Before the hand was over with, he knew what you had in your hand. When I used to play cards with him, it was no fun because he already knew what cards I had in my hand. Playing gin rummy with him was crazy. The man was incredibly intelligent. I'm no slouch either. You know, I mean, at that time, I was getting tremendous grades in school. I mean, 3.8 GPA out of 4 is not bad. But that was on another level. What can I say? But I respected him because I knew, we used to talk about all the things that happened to him in the past. And the same with mom. I got into that past, and I see where they came from. Being the eldest male in the family, they skipped him, and he had to leave. He had to leave school to pay to make money to pay for the bills. Remember, that was World War II happening in 1945 or 1941. It was when Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor and went up to 1945. So how old was he then? He was right there, 14, 15 years old by the time it was over with. And then you had the Korean War coming in. And here goes a kid who just finished getting skipped in his grade from ninth to being a junior in high school, thinking that he was going to study to be a lawyer, like his idol who had a horse and was kind of like his mentor, his who he looked up to, because I guess he didn't look up to his father. I don't even know what his father did. But the my grandfather, I don't even know what my grandfather did. I don't know. Maybe I'll never know. That's why I want to do that. That's why I want to do that family tree. You know, this way, whoever comes after me, they can say, "Oh, uh, Victor was a cook in the Palace Hotel, and he cooked on TV, and he had his own restaurant for a little while, and this is who he became, and then he started going to church with his wife. His wife started going to church with me in '83, and we both got baptized together, and so that's how all of them made it into heaven. You know, that's how it all came down. And this way, anybody who looks, they can look at the family tree and they can say, "Oh man, I need some help with my AI." Oh, look, Victor's still alive. He's got AI training. Oh, I need life insurance. Oh, Victor, he used to have a life insurance agency. So let's let me call him up and see what he could tell me about what I really need. This way, when I go talking to some slick guy, I already know what I need. I won't have to depend on him to tell me what I need. Or somebody's going to buy real estate and they're going to say, "Well, Victor had a real estate license in New York City. Let me talk with him." See what he has to say about this particular situation that's presented itself. You know. Oh, I'm inventing something. Let me see if I could talk with Victor because he's going through the process now of getting a patent on something I know is very expensive, and he's looking for investors and stuff like that. And it's kind of weird, but that's how we can help each other in this family. If we can help each other in the family, that'll be great. Maybe we can get together and help somebody out. If we have somebody in our family who's doing real good in school, maybe we could help them out. If everybody just gives $1 or two on a monthly basis, we can help somebody out. We can help out somebody to get better grades, make it easy on them. Maybe get him something so he could do those. Get motivated to do even better in school and stay away from the life of crime that me and other people in our family have gotten into. I'm getting in touch with some cousins now to see if they could tell me about their fathers and what they did, and you know, let's name all the cousins, so that this way we could put them all in the family tree. What are they doing? You know, and instead of just a family tree, do a neighborhood tree too. You know, where did you live? When did you live? Well, this is who lived right there. You know, uh, but this is primarily just to let Stephen and Kevin know. That I'm sorry it didn't work out the way it should. I was never sent here to be your friend. I was sent here to be your father. That's a whole different thing. It's totally different. It's nice if you could be your friend with your father. I was never a friend with my father. I can't say that I went out drinking with him like me and Kevin did one time that we went out to see the, the Errol Spence Crawford fight 2 years ago or whatever. I never did that with dad. I never did that with dad. I never could say I went out to see a boxing match with him. And as far as I know, mom and dad like boxing. They like to see boxing and stuff. So I never got to see that. I never got to experience that. I never got to go to museums or anything like that with mom and dad. Like I did with Steven. I never I never did that with them. They never They never say, okay, let's take you out to see. New York is full of museums. you got all you got all kind of museums over there. I think they should have like a museum of the museum. Of all the museums, they should have like a museum that explains to you and kind of gives you the highlights of all the museums. But they got a lot of museums in New York. And what don't they have as over there museum? I'm sure if you look hard enough, they probably got a museum of natural turd history. Probably they have like turds shellacked over there throughout all the millennia. But I'm not here to be your friend. Oh no, my job is just to supply to your 18, and that's it. I did my job. You know, there's nothing else I got to do. Nothing legally. That's all I had to do. Did I always want to do it? No, no. But I think I would have felt pretty bad if I didn't do it. Like I said, it would have been nice if we would have been friends, but hey, it's not. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. If I want friends, I can go to the nearest bar and strike up a conversation with people or whatever, and I feel right at home. Or go to some dive bar over there in Gibsonton. Yeah, they treated me like I'm like home. Why? Because they're freaks just like me. What can I say? The car that I'm gonna get, it's in my name, which is the same as Victor. If anything happens, I'm gonna get a life insurance reducing rate, so that this way it's gonna pay off the car, and he can stay with the car, and it'll be his free and clear. And the new computer that I have, Victor will have the only the only code. Good luck trying to break that code if you get a hold of the computer. I don't know, man. So anyway, he's gonna have the code. It's a 10,001 shot. I wonder if I can make it like into a 6-digit code. That would be even better, because then that would be 1,000,000 to one shot, or include letters in there or something. I don't know. But anyway, um, he'll have the only code. It's not that I liked him best. I've had troubles with Victor in the past, but I think with his new family, I think he's realized that, hey, I mean, it's not, being a father is a whole different ballgame. It's not the same when you're single. You do whatever you feel like doing. Or when you're married and you don't got kids, or even if you got one kid, you pretty much you still could do whatever you want to do, man. You still got youth. You can still do whatever you want to do. But when you got two kids and a third one on the way, plus one of those kids needs extra help, oh man, you have to realize that you need help, and I'm gonna help them out as much as possible. And then I plan to go to the Philippines, get remarried, and then I'll live in Thailand. And my second choice to live would be in Vietnam. I just love the way the place looks. I mean, I look at all these videos here on YouTube about Vietnam, and I also see all these beautiful videos about Thailand on reflections and other places. Man, this place is beautiful. Place is so beautiful. So I think it'll be a good thing. Get married, and then I go to a place where we both don't know the language, where we both need to depend on each other to live. We both will learn the laws together. We both can buy a house. I can get some life insurance just in case God decides to promote me and send me home. At least she won't be. At least she won't have to do anything right away. Eh? So, and I've never wanted to really get a house until now. But I guess it's getting to the point where I want to leave something that's gonna outlast me. So there you have it. I'm gonna be leaving another one. I'm gonna be leaving another. Oh, and of course, I'll be suing a couple of police people, a couple of fire rescue people, and that money also will be going towards my wife, or if not, going towards to help Victor and the kids out. So I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I will be suing several people. I'm sick and tired of it. I've never been a litigious person, but that's all changed, you know. So some people from Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, when I see them in court, I'm gonna say, "Remember me? Huh? This could have all been forgotten. This could have all been forgiven, but now we're beyond that." And the same thing with the police, you know. Uh, whatever, whatever I get from, I don't know what process is gonna be, but I'm gonna be taking them to court, even if I gotta take them to small claims court myself, because of what I see. Some of these lawyers here trumps. I haven't found one with real guts yet, so I might have to do it on my own. But I'll do it. I don't care. Even if I got to take them to small claims court can still give you $9,000. It's not bad. And you don't got to be a big time lawyer. But am I gonna brush up on law from now to then? You better believe it. You better believe it. I'm not gonna be a total jerk going over there. And God is renewing my mind every day. Every day I'm learning. I'm learning every day. I'm renewing my mind. I just gotta maybe get back into working on my vocabulary and working on my memory. And what better way to do it than to be looking at law books, looking at looking up cases of people who took big places down, like the Veterans Hospital. When you're suing a federal agency, it might be a big time deal. You know, but is it worth it? Absolutely. They got very deep pockets. If the lawyer doesn't want to do it, I'll do that one on my own. Even if I have to do it through small claims court, I don't mind taking $9,000 out of every single doctor that actually kidnapped me, because it was a kidnapping. So, and they can't really say anything because I have the whole thing on. I recorded the whole thing. Everything that happened there was on camera. Where can you go inside the VA hospital that's not recorded? I'd like to know. Where? Maybe the toilet, and I bet even that one. But they might have some. They might have some cameras in the toilets just in case you kill somebody in there. That wouldn't surprise me in the least, man. That really wouldn't surprise me in the least. Okay. Veterans Hospital. Oh, but that will go to my estate, and the estate will be reflecting that. It'll just state that these are my wishes for who gets the disbursement of my funds. So we're gonna get to the bottom of a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get a whole mess of smooth stones at the riverbed because I'm going after a couple of giants here. I'm going after a couple of giants, and when you go after giants, you're gonna need some smooth stones. you're gonna need to work up. You're gonna have to fight the lion. And you're gonna have to fight the bear, and then you're gonna have to fight the biggest giant of them all, Goliath, the Gath, the champion. Not only was he a giant, but he was the champion. He thought the Gypsy King was big. Oh, this guy is 9 feet tall, man. So what we need to do is we need to step up. You know, I need to step up my mental game. Here you go. Drinking coffee, starting my meds. Got my Ozempic ready to go. I mean my Manjuro. So I'm gonna look nice and nice and trimmy trim. Hopefully it doesn't make my face look all that. But if it starts making my face look all terrible like that, I forget it. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna do it on my own. I'm just gonna see if I can exercise and trim down my belly fat, and that's it. Because I don't want to go through that. Through the people with their sorry Manjuro Ozempic face, look like they're gonna die. I mean, I thought I was gonna die on a couple of occasions. That's why I made up with Kevin. That's why I told Stephen the other time. I just told him, "Hey, I love you," and that's it. And he took me away in the ambulance. I really thought that was gonna be it. I didn't expect to make it this long. But I tell you what, for the rest of these days that I'm alive, that I'm here in Hillsborough County, there's a different Victor here. There's a different Victor. There's going to be a difference in everything. From here until I leave to go to San Antonio to help Victor out and keep putting our our company forward, our website and app company, and we're just about ready to start with the with the riding app. Magic Carpet Ride. Everybody wants to ride a magic carpet, right? Sure. Who would turn down that ride? Nobody would turn that. If I used to see a magic carpet right in front of you, man, you get on that sucker too. You don't care. Okay, ain't got no straps, no seat belts, no air conditioning, just a magic carpet ride. So I got that like that song. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, you don't know what time. You know, you got. I think I got something for every single question. Between all the songs that I know that mom and dad used to play from their 50s and 60s, and then my sisters used to play from the 60s on, and then I from the 70s on. I think with all these songs that I've heard, I think I can probably answer just about any kind of question with a song from the band. Oh, that's all I got to sing. Hopefully, hopefully I can learn how to turn this mother off. Where do I turn this off here? I guess you could tell I haven't had too many. Says live is going on. Okay. Let me just click anywhere in here, see what happens. No, it's still going. Welcome to this. Let me edit. What do I gotta do? I gotta get out of the thing. What do you want to do? How will you want to go live? Cancel that. I thought I was already live. I thought I was already live. I don't know. 6 seconds. Oh, end stream. Here we go. End stream. End stream. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. So end it.